Stardom 101. Stardom 101. Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast. Shining light on today's tastemakers
and innovators.
Keep it with your host, Christopher Boykin.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast here on iHeartRadio. We are back for another jam-packed season where we spotlight creatives, we spotlight visionaries and rising voices making impact through their art, through their music, and through their stories. Today, we're joined by a recording artist and a lo-fi producer, KATA, from Montgomery County, Maryland. KATA has been creating music since 2013, first emerging as a rapper before evolving into atmospheric lo-fi production and emotionally grounded storytelling, which we're going to talk about that as well. Of course, he's involved since then. His music touches on faith, it touches on growth, it touches on purpose, education. He's well experienced. We're going to talk about a bunch of the things that he carries with him, and he's currently building toward a brand new chapter, creatively and personally. KATA, welcome to the show, brother. We literally alluded to have you here, man. We're excited, man. So much to talk about. How you feeling today, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, goodness, man. Where do I start? Let's start with the early journey. I like the early journey, and then we'll kind of just transition as we go along. You've been making music, as I just alluded to, since 2013, but your sound has evolved a lot over the years. What do you think changed most between the artist you were back then and the artist you are now?
I think, at least in the beginning, I kind of had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. Like you're a teenager, and I'm kind of living in an area where, like, we're just outside of DC, so all the music stuff is happening in DC. Being in like Montgomery County, Maryland, all we had was like Logic.
I see.
And,
I
like,
see.
yeah. So, and to be blunt, like, I think he definitely had a buzz, but I think where I was coming from is like, okay, I'm gonna keep myself like low key, and whoever rocks with me rocks with me. So what I was rapping about in the beginning was just like, typical teenage stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
And it is changed.
Yeah.
It's like I think I'm gonna stick to it. But the cool thing is, like you said, you were being authentic, and we're gonna talk about how that is the secret weapon now in music in the day, especially with a lot of copyrights, people doing everything and trying to mimic other people's buzz and this and that. What worked for them might not work for you. But what you just said, and without saying a lot of words, is you stay true to who you are, and it worked. You mentioned earlier in your bio and the things that I was reading up about you, your current SoundCloud releases are kind of like snapshots of your mental and creative state before your next project, which I thought was very interesting. I really like that concept too. When I heard that, I was like, okay, that's dope. I want to touch on that. What were you trying to capture emotionally during this era? This snapshot, the SoundCloud era, but emotionally, where were you at? Where were your mind at? What were you doing? What was going through your head creatively?
Sure, yeah. So last year I turned 30. So I felt like I had to let go of some of the, things that I was talking about before. I think before I was just trying to, like, find myself.
I see.
But now it's more like owning who I am, owning my responsibilities. Like, I'm about to get married.
Beautiful.
I lived in Asia for a little bit. I lived in the Philippines, so I'm carrying all those experiences with me. So it's just a matter of like evolving.
Wow. And I think listeners really, they connect to that, especially nowadays right now. People want something that's real, and people want something that's evolving, not the same old, same old. And your music feels that way, honestly. It's not manufactured, it's not processed. It's one of those type of joints when you tap into your world. Because I heard some of your stuff, I'm like, oh, he's taking you to his world. It's different. It's different, and I love that about you. Key point you just plugged, marriage.
Yeah,
purpose, responsibility, real men evolving.
yeah.
You also shared that you're preparing for marriage. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right. Well, before we do any of that, congratulations. That's beautiful. How has entering this stage of your life changed your mindset creatively? Because it's a bigger responsibility, creatively and personally. How is this new stage coming into marriage and going into marriage changing you? And what is that? How is that going to affect you and moving forward?
Sure. I've always tried to draw from like raw emotion and kind of owning the regular guy,
Hmm.
ordinary guy. I don't even want to call it a persona, just like it's just who I
Is
am.
who you are. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
Um, but now it's more like, okay, I'm this guy who before everything was about being lonely and
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
see.
trying to you know, not even find the right girl. It's more
I
like
see.
trying to find love in like the little things. And then I met my little
Mm,
thing.
I see. Oh, that's beautiful.
So,
Yeah. Hmm.
now it's like my music is about, okay, she fills all the gaps. What is she teaching me now? You know?
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's beautiful, brother. You've been very open about your faith. Anybody that follows you can look on your social media platforms, can literally just tap into your world. You've been open about your faith influencing your worldview, your music, your intellect. How do you balance making authentic art? And that's the key. That's where I think that's the key antidote that what you're presenting. How do you balance authentic art while staying true to your spiritual foundation? Because those really kind of like two different things, art and spiritual. And, so it's like, okay, we know this is a man of God, but you got to be creative. How do you connect that or even balance that?
I think the balance always came from just speaking from the heart and
Uh, mm,
whatever I was feeling in the moment, I would just say. Um, it wasn't anything I had to like manufacture. A lot of times, you know, I would
mm,
pray. I have like a prayer journal.
hmm.
So,
Hmm.
one of my mentors, he passed away recently. Shout out,
Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
appreciate. Shout out, Sean Myers.
Hmm.
Um, t- he taught me how to pray. Uh,
Mm,
he one time I had like this issue. Actually, it was a relationship issue.
hmm. Hmm.
Kind of sat me down, and he was like, "What do you really want?" You
Wow.
know, and and at the time, I was like, well, I want this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, it's simple. Just tell God like what you want."
Wow.
And I was like, "Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay. We can do this.
yeah, we can do this."
Okay.
And he called it like Daniel style prayers.
Mm,
So the Bible, Daniel prayed 3 times a day.
mhm,
So
mhm,
at the time, I was working in childcare like a split shift. So
mhm,
I work in the morning, um, I'd get home, and I'd, like, do other things and then go to the evening shift. I would
mm,
carve out time to just, pray, right?
mhm.
And, like, now I'm on, like, my 4th journal and doing pretty
Wow.
sick. So it's kind of music has always been the, like, catalyst for those things, for
I
those
see.
thoughts. Like, the
Mm,
stuff that I couldn't write down or articulate well in the journal, it would come out in the music.
mm,
Even before I did, like, the prayer journaling thing, I always
mhm.
viewed my songs as, like, prayers. Um, so definitely it's less of separating the 2 and, like, using music as, like, a means of communication.
Oh, that's beautiful, brother. I love how you said that. I feel like a lot of artists struggle with that. They struggle with identity and,
Mhm.
the pressure online and trying to who to be, when to be. It's like, be
For
yourself.
sure.
I love,
Yeah,
that's beautiful the way you broke it down. I'm like, oh, thank you. Somebody got it. It's the heart.
yeah.
It's the heart, man. Be
Mm,
be yourself. Why are you trying to separate it? You shouldn't have to take off one mask to be this mask and wear that gets, who are you?
for
You know,
sure, and if I can just build on that
please
idea,
do, please.
um, at least for me,
Mhm.
living here in the States or living here in Montgomery County, we have this we have this culture in the DMV of just like, droning on each other. So
My
like
goodness.
if you're not cool, they're gonna
Uh-huh.
let you know you're not
That's not cool.
like
They're gonna call you out, bro.
yeah, and you could be as quiet as a mouse.
Wow.
Somebody will roast you up,
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
and like you can tell when like someone's being like malicious,
Sure.
but that's just part of like our culture.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I say all that to say like I was never like the cool guy or like the cool kid. So I just kind of always owned who I was.
Who you were. I love that image.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
beautiful.
it's never a show for me. It's always just me walking out with the jacket I put on.
That's right. That's beautiful, man. And that's one thing you stood out that's really like stood out to me was how you built your earlier audience online before TikTok was even TikTok, before it even existed.
Oh,
You were literally building relationships through language exchanging on communities and
mhm.
just this basically genuine conversation.
Oh, yeah.
How important do you think authenticity was in growing your audience back then, before social media was sort of meeting all these new platforms come along? You were doing this from the ground roots up. How did that work out for you?
Man, so actually that didn't start until like I started college.
Hmm.
So around like 2014, 2015, I was just doing like community college
I see.
and I was always into like learning languages and stuff. So around the time of like the Great Firewall ban,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
I was kind of like following that, like just
Mm.
on a news type of thing. And I just had an idea. I'm like, okay, like people want to learn
I
English,
see. I see.
but people are also barred off from their favorite musicians.
Hmm.
Um, so I saw a need. I also saw an opportunity. So,
Hmm.
I'm learning Chinese, I'm learning Korean, I'm
Wow.
learning, these languages where the music market is growing and always growing. So I was
Hmm.
able to just kind of, you know, drop my
I
music
see.
on
Ah.
on the apps, and, like, I'm talking to, like, 100, 200,
What?
300 people a day,
Oh my
and,
goodness. It's crazy.
like and it and I actually got a chance to do, like, a resurgence of that during COVID. So
Mm.
all of the methods that I had before, I was able to, like, recreate those things.
Create that.
I had,
Wow.
like I had, like, 3, 4, 5 years of, like, beta testing.
Oh
So,
my
yeah. So,
goodness.
like, I already knew, like, what time it was. Before I
Wow.
knew it, I had, like I'm in these, like, private group chats. I
Yeah.
have, like, uh, a official, like, WeChat account. Like,
Mm.
if you know
Yeah,
the
man. That's
US
so
got official
yeah.
WeChat account. Nobody.
Nobody.
And then, like so in college, I had, like, a college radio show,
Mhm.
and I would drop my episodes in the chats,
Mm.
um, in, like, the broadcast message feature.
Mm.
And so my professor at the time, she was like, "Who's getting all these views from China?" And I and I was like,
Yo,
"Oh, yeah, that's me."
that's me.
And we had a whole little meeting and everything. Shout out Professor Copeland, man.
That's what's
She
up.
she's
Shut you
watching
out.
this. If she's watching this, just know, like, okay, I knew what I was doing. Because at the time, she was like, "You really need to focus on your
Mhm.
local audience." And I was like, "Okay, they just
Mm.
don't get it. Like, I'm already getting sales. I'm already getting follows here.
Wow.
I don't need to, focus on this oversaturated area
Correct.
where everybody's fighting for a spot.
Correct.
I already had a
Correct.
spot, so."
Wow, that's dope, man. Do you think today's artists rely too heavily on algorithm? They looking at the algorithm instead of building real connections like you did. Is that something that's like a lost art right now? You see people just you know they just
Um,
they doing things differently now. Is this different times?
Yeah, I think that algorithms are still kind of new.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so I think people are still trying to figure it
Figure it out. Yeah, I see. That's
out.
good. Hmm.
But as far as like the genuine connections type of thing, um, it's an underexplored, um, I guess, path.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, like what I was doing was before algorithms. So
Hmm.
I think when people saw like, oh, the algorithm can push me, they kind of went all in.
I see. I see. Yeah. Yeah. Your method worked though.
Yeah,
Algorithm can fool us.
sure, gotcha.
That's good, man. You're also in ESL, excuse me, college professor
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what and which I think is really interesting because you do value education, of course, and
Mhm.
artistry. Um, how has teaching and working with people from different cultures shaped the way you create your music?
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
I've always been like an international kind of guy.
Nice.
Um, I was always involved in, different cultures. My parents are Caribbean, actually.
Wow.
So my mom's Asian, my dad's black and white.
Wow.
So, and in the Caribbean, like it's so common to run into people from, different ethnic background
I see.
or different races rather. And,
Hmm.
and we all share like one culture.
Hmm.
So, you know, I'm talking to, someone from China and I might know like a few words here and there just because, I've heard them before, like in
Before,
our
yeah.
community. So even like the Spanish words, like we have so many Spanish speaking islands. So
Mm,
um, you pick up on things.
yeah.
So I think being internationally minded from the start, it helps my students know that um, I care for them and
Yeah.
I can relate to them.
Mm. That's beautiful, brother. I love that, man. You're currently working and writing on this new EP, man. We're gonna talk about some music center for
Mhm.
you because that's what we here for this upcoming EP and some future projects as well. Transition and it's clear it's artistry, it's identity. What excites you the most about this next chapter, music wise? Where you going with the music?
Oh man, I'm still kind of debating on like the sound.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
still transitioning from like cloud rap
I see.
into
I
like
see.
this new this new era.
Uh,
Uh, I don't know where I don't know what's cool right
okay.
now,
Wow.
but
Okay.
I kind of, at least for my audience, I know what they want. So
Hmm.
I think for now, I'm just gonna stick to like the themes, 50.
Okay. Okay.
Um, like we talked about marriage,
Mhm.
how my relationship inspires me, what I'm learning.
Mhm.
I'm leaning towards even some of my earlier works were like kind of like boom bap ish.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, maybe more like a Jay Dilla type sound,
Sound okay, I got you. Mhm.
New Jabez, Pace Rock, those type of guys was my early work, and I found myself like kind of feeling like, doing that again.
Okay, cool,
So
okay. Alright. It's like the honest version of yourself
yeah,
currently, who you are now. That's the answer. That's the answer versus what's in, what's out, or what. That's always worked for you. I really believe that's always worked for you. So just give us you now, man, the honest version of yourself as only you will. I think that right there is what separates you from everybody else, man. Any projects, anything outside the music, anything you want your fans or the listeners to know that we could be on the lookout for, maybe in the near future too, besides the upcoming project?
yeah, for sure. A lot more video stuff. I've been
Nice.
working on the videos for a long time. I posted something on my Instagram some time ago,
Mhm.
reminiscent of what I was doing before, and everybody was like, "Ah, he's back." Uh, uh,
He's like, "Oh,
yeah,
boy."
maybe, maybe not back.
Okay, okay. I've returned, but not back, but
I'm dropping in. I'm just saying hello.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so some more visual content potentially maybe in the works.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been a little Stardom Media exclusive here.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
I've been going back to my roots in basketball. Been trying to
Nice.
practice a lot more. Trying to get back out on the court.
Nice.
Maybe another stint with
Mm-hmm.
teams. I played semi-pro 2 years
Beautiful.
ago.
Wow.
So I'm thinking about,
Okay.
really getting back in the gym,
Yeah.
past working out.
Okay.
So a lot more like sports content
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to music stuff. So
There you go. That evolution, like we talked about. That's all this whole episode has been about evolution. Everything is getting.
yeah,
There you go. That's exactly what it's talking about. Well, Kata, thank you so much, man, for joining us, brother. I appreciate your
yeah,
honesty, your perspective, man. Yeah, I love you. You know, you're literally intentional behind your music. You're intentional with you got your marriage coming up. You got a lot of new stuff is on the horizon, on the rise. Literally, that's the concrete creed of the magazine, the creed of what we do, man. You've been a pleasure to talk to, brother. You are literally public with your faith. You know, some people are private, private believers. You public, brother. I just love that about you, man. That you really put your true self out there, and whoever receives it, and whoever doesn't. That's all
see,
right.
you got it. You already know what time it is.
That's it.
Mm,
We're not conforming to you. You conform to us. That's what we do.
exactly.
Kingdom people here. There we go.
God first,
Yes,
Jesus
sir.
first.
Jesus first. No. There you go. There's a difference. I got it. There's a definite difference, man. Before we wrap, man, and let everybody know where they can follow you at. Any platform, maybe I think your Instagram. I know you got a lot of support on that. Give me some platforms that we can tap in and do some following and connect with you too.
For sure. YouTube, Instagram, I'm most active at KATA,
Okay.
KATAWHY.
Nice. All right. Make sure you guys follow. Don't worry if you didn't catch that. We'll have his show notes, his links, IG, all of those platforms, and the show notes of this episode. Once again, stream the music, tap into my guy. He's doing some beautiful things. His upcoming projects is coming up as well. This is Stardom101 Magazine on iHeartRadio. Until next time, we'll see you guys next episode. Same platform. Peace, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
God bless.
God bless you, brother.
Are you on the rise to stardom? Well, get featured in the next issue of Stardom101 Magazine and promote your business or products today. Text MAG to 804-550-8647 or visit stardom101mag.net.
You're listening to the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast with Christopher Boykin. Be sure to subscribe and download this episode, and continue to listen to Stardom on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.